Hey, welcome everyone to episode 3 of Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies. Ba 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 ba. I am your host, Eric Rivetta, voice actor. How you doing? And with me is YouTube's Downloads Bacon. What's going on, Bacon?
Nothing much, man. Just, keeping it real, just doing that thing going on here, going to parties, going to clubs, doing all that good stuff, And
What?
you know what I'm going like that.
Raising the roof
Hey,
up on there in the hizzer.
keeping it real, keeping it fresh, hanging
When
out with the
keeping
kids.
it real goes wrong. All right. This time we're back with another episode review. This time we're going to be looking at Party with a Pony. No bronies
Pony.
involved. I just had to throw that in. No actual bronies involved. I mean, granted, we sort of used to be I like the show My Little Pony, but I wouldn't associate myself with other bronies.
Yeah,
It's just bad experiences.
many.
Yeah, many. So, before we get started though, I just want to thank all the great listeners we got on SoundCloud and over on Tumblr. Our second episode broke 100 listens. It is right now, as of this recording, it has 111 listens.
Yay.
So thank you all so much. We got like 20 notes on Tumblr, and we have one fan mail on Tumblr saying you guys that they think we're cute and funny. It's like, aw, thank you. Aw, I feel special. It's nice.
I feel great.
It's nice.
Yeah, I feel great knowing that we have a small fan base
Yeah,
based on a larger fan base. But if I could be real about it,
be real.
be real,
Be real, son.
I got to thank all these fans, yo.
What?
Say a word that you want to thank these
What?
fans.
Say word that you gotta thank these fans.
I want to thank these fans.
We love to come see y'all, son.
So again, thank you all so much, for, giving us a little bit of your time, checking out this little podcast going on here, keeping this little hiatus not so bad for you guys.
Not so bad at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's really great. But one thing that got me thinking is, I think the more we do this, the more consistently we do it, the more we'd get noticed. But that begs the question: should we have our own Facebook and Twitter page? Because we have our own Tumblr page, which is cool. And after the 5th episode, I'm gonna set up the RRS feed or RSS feed. I'm not sure what it's called. Bleh. I want to do this. Buh. I want to set it up so that our podcast can be up on iTunes. But I want to wait until after the 5th episode. Then I could really start promoting and such. But should I go that far? Should I set up the Facebook and Twitter page? Because we have a fan base, but it's still very small. So.
Well, depends. I mean, if we do get a fan base, we'll probably say something similar to a wrestler like Zack Ryder. That way you can be like, follow us on Twitter. Or
like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies t-shirt. Buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies headband. Buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies sunglasses. And take care. Spike your hair.
Oh, wait, you forgot one. You forgot. Also, don't forget to buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies, bazooka.
Don't forget to buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies flamethrower.
There we go. It's really popular with the kids.
And don't forget to buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies headwear. And don't forget to go down to your local Target store and buy the Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies board game. What the hell would we do with a board game?
I don't know. Or would it be like Monopoly?
Would it be like a Monopoly themed, or would it be like fucking shoots and ladders? Like there's actually no strategy to the game. It's just basically luck.
Like, what would it be like, Star or the Forces of Evil, or like you roll Star and you go forward, but then you roll Forces of Evil and you go like.
It's like, come on, Star. It's like, Ludo, aw. Come on, roll a star. One star. Aw, Ludo.
And that's when you'll get so upset and you'll cuss, and then I'll go tell Mr. Krabs.
Not if I tell Mr. Krabs on you first. SpongeBob references.
All good.
So, all right, let's talk about the episode, okay? This is episode 2 of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Party with a Pony. Now, in this episode, Star and Marco are about to snack on some nachos, on Marco's super awesome nachos, right? But then they hear a knock on the door, and Marco sees a decapitated unicorn head just sort of floating in the air, and then it starts speaking to him.
Yes.
Marco then gives the appropriate reaction.
Of course.
And
wasting all those nachos.
Oh yeah, waste of food. The poor
Oh,
boy.
well, then again, they had olives, or I think it's olives or jalapenos. I couldn't tell from the picture. It looked like olive.
I know from the picture it looked like olives. I'm like, this must have been animated overseas, because no one fucking puts olives on nachos. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Olives. Ew.
Olives. Ew. No, so I choose to believe that they're jalapenos.
Yeah, just a slight disclaimer. We have nothing against anyone who likes olives, and we're just saying this as a joke.
Yeah, we're just trying to be funny. Like, come on, give us a break, please. We're not trying to offend anyone.
Well,
But if you like olives on your nachos, that's your prerogative. It's incorrect, but it's your prerogative.
Yeah, so of course you can like olives on your nachos, but then you're not a human.
Like, you could choose to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you enjoy being incorrect at life.
Okay, we're pushing it a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
and then it turns out this is an old friend. The character is an old friend of Star's from uni, and they decide they're gonna go out and party. And so Marco's a bit reluctant at first, but he can't say no to Star, especially when she's making her please, please, please face. So they go out, and they're followed by 3 creepy-ass masked men. And after hanging out at the Bounce Lounge and Ponyhead trying to shank Marco with her own horn, they're chased out to the Amethyst Arcade. And then after a big tussle, it's revealed that, Princess Ponyhead has to go to St. Olga's Reform School for Wayward Princesses. And they sort of make up, and that's how Star gets the dimensional scissors. And even though they could go anywhere in the universe, they decide to go back to Marco's to eat those nachos.
Yes.
Hopefully he made new nachos and didn't just eat the ones off the fucking ground.
I'm pretty sure they made a new batch, because that one would probably have ants, on it.
So, yeah. Is this how you want? Do you want ants? Because this is how you get ants.
Yes. Actually, it's kind of interesting now I think about it when you were saying this, the synopsis right now, is that, for Marco being like the safe kid or whatever, him leaving to another dimension at night, he really didn't tell his parents about it.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that, like, about the episode too, because I just assumed that since it was at night and nobody was around, I thought, like, maybe this, and since it happened, right after the first episode, I was thinking that chronologically, this is probably the first time that Marco's parents left Star and Marco alone, like, for the evening. So it's just like, hey, since mom and dad are around, how about I make you some nachos? She's like, what's nachos? And then he makes them. That's sort of just what I assumed, because it's at night, it's in the evening, and Marco's parents just aren't around. Also, did you notice when they went to the Bounce Lounge that Marco left the fucking front door open and all the lights on?
Yeah, well, that's actually weird.
Yeah, the front door is open and all the freaking lights are on.
Out of character.
No, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game. It's like, if Marco was really the responsible safe kid, he would have turned out all the lights and took his house keys with him and locked the doors and the windows.
Of course.
Of course he would. It's like, calm down. It's just the second episode.
No, second episode is not an excuse.
It's like so out of character. That's why we should disregard this episode. It's like, no, you shouldn't.
I disregard it.
I mean, no one actually says that, but okay. And so what else did we notice in the episode?
Let me see. Besides the nachos and the Marco leaving the stuff on and whatever.
Yeah.
For the bounce pad being as cool as they were saying, it was really small actually.
Oh yeah, the bounce lounge is pretty tiny. I mean, comparatively speaking.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that and
is my favorite place to chill. Yeah, all 10 of you.
Yeah, it's like it's our favorite place to chill and possibly die. Yeah,
that friggin' jerk ass skeleton. He's like, fall. I don't want to be alone. Come on, I need a buddy.
He's like,
fuck you.
Actually, we need to sign a tuition, like not a petition. There we go, petition on putting a fence around it. That way, people don't fall in there.
Yeah, put some sort of railing. God.
At least police tape or something, like don't go too far, you might fall.
Oh, you know what I heard? I heard that they were going to put railing around the bounce lounge. But you know what they said? They're not going to because they're afraid someone is going to be leaning on it.
Ah.
Yeah, they said that they're afraid that we would be leaning on the railing. Because if we lean on it, we could accidentally slip and fall over and die.
But we could walk and accidentally fall and die without the...
God.
And this is why there's only 10 people there. When they go there, it's like, first of all, it's really small. And second, there's a pillar of spikes there,
Yeah.
Kind of a...
I mean, what?
Like, imagine this. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, let's hang out there at the bounce pad or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're playing football. And then one guy's like, go long. And he throws the ball to his friend. And the friend catches it. But then he just falls off the freaking bounce pad into the spikes.
That's probably how it goes. That's probably the skeleton's backstory. That's probably what happened. Like, if you look closely at the episode, you'll see a deflated football somewhere. It'd be like, hey, Greg, did you get it?
He's just there. Dang it.
Greg? Can you return our football? Well, fuck you, Greg. Last time I hang out with you.
Yeah, no one hang out with Greg. He's a jerk.
Yeah. No one hang out with Greg. He just got impaled by spikes and is being a little bitch about it.
He puts that on Facebook. Just got impaled by spikes. Lol. Hashtag in serious pain. 3 likes.
Fucking on Twitter. Fucking Greg stole football. Impaled. Being a bitch. Hashtag wah. Baby.
Hashtag there goes $15 for the football.
Hashtag have to go to Academy to buy new football. Hashtag fuck you, Greg.
Hashtag product placement with Academy.
Hashtag fuck Greg.
Hashtag then Greg comments, he's like, hashtag you don't know how it feels.
Hashtag don't give a crap.
They go on for a while about hashtags and responses.
Now, speaking of which, let's get back to hashtag party with hashtag pony hashtag.
Hashtag.
So, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was a pretty fair episode. We do get introduced to a new character, and we learn a little bit more about Star, especially, since we didn't know that much about her before, but that's, of course, why the other episodes are there.
Yeah.
So we get a new friend of hers, and we know that she was a party gal.
Yeah. One of those party goers.
Yeah. Not like us.
No. I'm the safe kid. I never partay. My definition of fun is different from yours. Well, obviously, since we're recording a fucking podcast in my free time.
My definition
My definition of fun is, just being there in the lounge and, eating a few bowls of Raisin Bran while watching Different Strokes. I have no idea.
That's such a fucking random show to pick. Different Strokes.
I don't know. I was like doing this old man voice, I think, or this.
Oh, what? Are they fucking watching that one very special episode where they go to the bike shop? Hey guys, I want you to scream really loud at my ass.
Yes, here in this podcast, we will be talking about, weird stuff like pony heads that lead into discussions about Different Strokes in that one episode. That was very awkward.
Okay, why don't we get back on topic onto what I thought of the episode?
Sure.
I actually think this episode is pretty funny. It has two of my favorite lines, not only in the episode, but probably throughout like the first half of the series. With Princess Ponyhead going, yes, that is the current course of events. I thought, that was funny. It's not only the line, because it's such an odd line, but the way she said it, I thought was also hilarious.
That's a great delivery.
I also liked King Ponyhead with his big booming voice and his fucking my second favorite line of the episode was it's reform school, Cupcake, not jail. Although admittedly it is a lot like jail.
Yes.
Like, well, fucking there you go. You're sentencing your daughter to jail. Happy hallelujah. Good for you, Father of the Year.
Yes. I am a good dad.
I am a good dad. So, this episode is actually, to me, really important to this series because, one, it sets up that Ponyhead is going to be a recurring character because I heard from some interviews that Ponyhead is going to be, especially in season 2, she's going to be giving like Star like missions or like stuff to do. So that's important. And this is how Star gets the dimensional scissors so they can, go to other dimensions like the show promised, Otherwise they'd be just stuck in Echo Creek. And
is that
what?
Is that what the town is called?
I'm not sure, but I know that's what the school is called. The school is called Echo Creek Academy, so I think it is Echo Creek, because I think I've seen it somewhere else. I don't know if it was the mall or something, but I know that's what the school is called. It's called Echo Creek Academy. So I just assume that's what the town is called. Because where's Dan Versus based off? Because I know Dan Versus is also in Southern California. It's in Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah, it's in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So I'm pretty sure. I'm just assuming that's. I have to Google that shit. Wiki it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that is what the town is called, Echo Creek. Well, it's not really a town. It's more like a suburb of. Because when they were on the party bus over at Brittany's party, that episode, they like passed road signs to like fucking Hollywood and Los Angeles. So I assume it's a suburb somewhere around there.
Yeah.
By the way, off topic, but man, Marco's parents must be doing very fucking well to have a house in Southern California that's in a suburb of fucking Los Angeles. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying. They're doing pretty well.
Out of curiosity, I guess they'll answer this question eventually, probably in season 2, is that I do want to know what their occupations are.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. I wanted to ask on Twitter, but I never got around to it. What do Marco's parents, do? How do they make a living?
Yeah, like if I could make a slight request to the fans,
all right.
Anyone who's listening is just like, what do you think Marco's parents? What are their occupations? What do you think it is?
Yeah, that's a great idea. What do you think their occupations are or should be? Do you think Mrs. Diaz is a what you got? Ah, damn, I can't think of the word right now. It's a housewife. Do you think she's a housewife, or do you think she has a job?
I don't know.
I'm guessing she has to.
Yeah, because, it's not cheap in California, unless the dad has a really good job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But He must, because remember Royal Pay, he's like, okay, you can watch the kids while the wifey and I actually get away. He's like, really? You could just have a 1-day vacation just out of fucking nowhere? Okay, good for you, guy.
Yeah, I assume his job's probably either in business or maybe he's like a car salesman because he's really happy. Maybe he's got to keep that positive mentality.
I guess. But Party with the Pony. Party with the Pony. Let's see. I thought it was a pretty funny episode. I thought the episode with the whole squares, it's like, nah, that was pretty clever, making them actual squares. And the Tetris reference was pretty cool. I do like this episode. I will agree it's not on my fave 5 list, but I do think it's an important episode, and it's an episode that had to be done, in the chronological timeline. It had to be done as soon as possible because it had to introduce Ponyhead and, more importantly, the dimensional scissors, as soon as possible. So I can see why they made it the second episode.
Yeah.
I say this because on Tumblr there's a blog called Star versus the Hiatus, and one of the posts on there was okay, I think if you watch all the episodes in this order, it's more streamlined and it breaks up any inconsistencies. It's just better. And I'm looking at the list. I'm thinking, okay, so what you did is you put most of the episodes where they just stay in Echo Creek first, and then you put Party with the Pony, then you put all the dimension hopping episodes later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's cool and all, but Party with a Pony also introduced Star to Nachos.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, she eats nachos in later episodes, right?
Yeah, she does. It's like,
Yes.
I'm assuming because since since nachos are very new to Star, it's like her new favorite food. Because she just found out about them, so she's so she doesn't mind whenever Marco makes them. Like, she'll eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, they were eating them at the end of the episode.
Yes.
I remember when the episode first came out on live TV, I was watching it because I liked the show. I thought the show was good. It's like, yeah, I'm going to keep watching this. But at the very end of the episode, when Stars are like, now we can go anywhere we want, anywhere in the entire universe. I'm like, I hope they just go back home and watch nachos on the couch. And Mark was like, I know exactly where I want to go. And then they're eating nachos on the couch. I'm like, oh my God, yes. I was like, I just felt so happy. I don't know why, but it's
Well, I mean, you should be slightly happy, but they weren't watching the nachos.
I know. Fucking asshole. I know. You know what I meant. Fuck you, shut up. Shut up. Don't laugh at me.
Let's look at these nachos on the film.
Yes, let's fucking look at them. Because that's what we do with nachos. We fucking stare at them until they submit to our will.
Until they just jump into our mouths.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I meant.
I know. You know I mess with you.
But yeah, when those last 5 or 10 seconds made me go I don't know why, I just felt so happy. I'm like, these two are my precious babies, and I will protect them from harm.
And I was just watching those nachos.
I was like, I love you, Star and Marco. I will protect you. And Mark's like, I love them nachos, man. Why don't you pass them over here to me? Bacon's all like, give me some of them nachos. Buenos nachos.
And I was like, nachos.
It's nacho cheese. It's mine. Oh man, that was a good joke.
Yeah.
Evidently, though, not a lot of people in the fan base, share my views or even your views of this episode, because Princess Ponyhead isn't exactly a fan favorite. You know what I mean?
I can probably see why.
Yeah, I mean, she is obnoxious, and she does really rib on Marco a lot, but I wouldn't go so far as to actively dislike or hate her.
Yeah.
I will admit she's not my favorite. She's not even my third favorite. which is a
Yeah.
thing. But still, I want to go so far as to actively dislike Princess Ponyhead, you know?
Yeah.
But oh yeah, one more quick note. When the first time I saw this episode on live TV, I was fucking surprised how often they got away with using the word turd. Like I thought turd was I thought turd was a bad word. You know, you can't say turd on a kid's show.
Wait, is this? Sorry to interrupt. Is this show like Y7 or PG?
I think it's Y7.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. I have to look it up again. But I'm still really shocked that, holy shit, you said the word turd a good fucking number of times.
Yeah, just like how you have said the F word a good amount of time.
Okay, sorry, goddamn. I apologize to anyone who is offended by my fucking language. Sorry, I did it again. That's just how I was raised.
With profanity and everything.
With profanity and everything. How dare you, sir? This is a place of culture. Don't you dare insult it with your inappropriate language. How dare you, sir?
Don't you have a sense of dignity?
Have a sense of dignity. That's a Mulan reference for anyone who doesn't know.
Yes,
Granted, it's a fucking throwaway line, but hey, shit, I did it again. God fucking damn it. Oh, fuck, I did it again. I just can't fucking stop. Oh, shit, I did it. Oh, damn. Somebody stop me. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, a lot of people really dislike Ponyhead, and they just think that this episode isn't as good as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've said before, I admit this isn't my favorite episode. It's not even in my fave 5, but I don't think it's that bad. Like, oh, it should be. This is the worst episode. It belongs in the bottom of the barrel. I don't think there are any necessarily bad episodes in Star, and I certainly wouldn't name this one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and that's about it, I think. What any other more thoughts, Bacon?
No, I guess unless the fans have said anything else about the episode or the character, Princess Ponyhead herself.
Well, they can't tell us now. We're kind of in the middle of something. But hopefully they'll let us know.
I mean,
through Tumblr and whatever. Let's keep the conversation going, yo. Why'd I say yo? I had no reason to say yo.
That's what I say.
Anyway, before we say our outro, I thought of something I could share with the Star vs. Forces of Evil fan base.
Mm.
I remember when you showed me how to make queso, and I made my version of Marco's Super Awesome Nachos.
Yeah.
God, that was really good. It's because I work at, as much as it pains me to say it, I do work at a Mexican restaurant, and I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being, but I'm an adult. I have to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
But they have this thing called Buenos Nachos. It's basically chips with cheese and refried beans and jalapenos. And they're really good, but my favorite is when they put chicken guisado on them. Chicken guisado, for those who don't know, is a type of Mexican dish. It's like shredded chicken in broth.
So good.
So you get tortilla chips, you get refried beans, you get melted cheese, and I'm not talking about nacho cheese, like actual nacho cheese that you get from a can, because that stuff is disgusting. It's basically just grease. You could substitute for fucking gasoline. It's bleh. I mean, like real cheese, like the easy melt cheese, like party cheese or whatever.
No.
And then you drizzle some of that on top. Then you put some of the chicken, the shredded chicken guisado, and then put some jalapenos on there. Mm-hmm. And then, if you want to top it off even more, you can put like lettuce, tomato, and avocado.
Also put some pico de gallo on there.
Also put some pico de gallo on there, just to really give it another kick of flavor.
No.
Now, several months ago, I had a tablet, and for when a new episode of Star vs. the Force of Evil came out, I wanted to record myself making Marco's Super Awesome Nachos and put it up on YouTube.
Mhm.
But I couldn't freaking figure out a way to get the footage from the tablet out of there. Because I thought the tablet had a video editor. Because it had two little apps that said video editor. So I'm like, okay, I'll just edit it like this. But instead it just put in some stupid like filter effects. I'm like, come on, no, I just want to put these clips together. But I couldn't find a way to get them out. It's like, motherfucker. So I just deleted it. I'm like, well, sorry. I tried to show you all how to make nachos. Well, chips con queso if you want to be like that about it.
You know, almost the state snack.
Yeah, it's almost the state snack.
Yes.
By the way, for those who don't know, we're from Texas.
Texas.
Tejas. Tejas.
Tejas.
Tejas. Who says that? Nobody says it.
No one says that. It's still funny, though.
Still fun, though. So, that's about it. Thank you for listening to our thoughts on Party with a Pony. Why don't you go ahead and leave us a like or comment or whatever, and let us know what you thought of the episode, or what you thought of our thoughts on the episode, or what you think about other people's thoughts about our thoughts of the episode. My head hurts.
Yes, share the love,
Share the love. Yeah, don't forget to do like and reblog the post associated with this podcast. And while we do the fandom prompt of the week, the one that nobody does. The one done by fucking nobody. But I still like to mention it anyway. For example, this week's fandom prompt is gonna be a crossover, big surprise, with Steven Universe.
Huh.
So what do you think?
That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. What do you think a crossover with Steven Universe would look like,
Well, I know Steven would be really, really nice to star.
Uh-huh. Star would probably want to do whatever the fuck the gems are doing.
Yeah, then you think Marco and Connie would get along? Like, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, probably. Or it'd be really cool. There are several people, mostly fans of Marco, who would like to see Marco play guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just like the idea. So I'm like, why doesn't Marco go get lessons from Guitar Dad?
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then he'll wear the T-shirt and be like, Star, look at this shirt. Guitar Dad.
He's like, I'm just going to zip up this hoodie so no one else sees the shirt. Okay, there we go.
And of course, then they'll be walking down the street or whatever and enjoy some fries or some bits.
Some fries. Some fry bits. I've actually eaten fry bits. Not directly, but like, when you order like an order of fries, like a medium, and then you take out all the big fries and you have all the little fries and the bits left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bits.
Those are good. They're like little crunchy things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like them. So yeah, a crossover with Steven Universe. And for next week's episode, we are gonna just stop and talk about Marco Diaz.
Joy.
Well, we did a very fucking unfocused character discussion on Star last week.
It was still fun.
It was still fun, but hopefully we'll do a little un poquito, just a little bit better, just a little bit better focused discussion on Marco Diaz.
Yeah, just to be a little bit more like Marco, we'll be, more organized as Marco would be.
Yes, we'll be a little bit more organized.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Is he British now, or what? Is he a stubborn British man?
That's most unorthodox. You must be organized with your planning. I like doing that snorting noise. It feels odd.
Now the
Ugh.
smoking starts.
Hopefully I can probably also later on this week I'm gonna try to see if I could get those recordings for the for Comet Dragonfly up. I just want
Yeah.
to play around with the voice, see if I can do it. If not,
Yeah.
too bad for me. That's I think that's it.
Yeah.
Any final words, Bacon?
No, I guess that's about it. I think that's all, folks.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having fun with us on this episode. Let us know what you thought, and we'll see you later. Bacon, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we'll be seeing you in the next episode. So, thanks, and say it with me now. Thanks again.